you've been known as the movie review guy on Movie Show Plus. For me, as someone, like I said, to think that's a dream job, talk about this career makeover. How did you stumble into this, or was this something like, I'm going to see what I can do here?
Well, this was, I can even give you the dates. On September the 5th, 2001, my dad's side of the family was from Kalamazoo. My mom's side is from Detroit. And so my dad moved here, way back when they got married and all that. But on September the 5th, 2001, my father passed away. So I was the first kid on the east, or the east side of the state, the Bruce side, my mom's side of the family, to lose a parent. And so, I don't know if you've been through that or anybody else who has. That kind of throws you off,
It
the
does.
first time,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, wait, we don't have that balance. But then also all during that time, Ron, I wasn't feeling well. And then, as you know, 5 days later was September the 11th, which just, shook all of us. I don't care, where
It changed the world. It really did.
It really did. Really did. And so eventually I just told my wife, it's like, I'm out of breath walking from here to this wall, which, as you see, is like not even a foot behind me. So she was a nurse, so she took me to the hospital. And so when we got there, the doctor, they did all these checkings and different things. They said, well, we can't find anything. And I'll probably be the only person who will ever say this. But fortunately, 10 years before, I had a blood clot. And so I told that to the doctor. I said, well, I had a blood clot, then. She said, oh, okay, let's go back and check you back. And so they did. And so she came and she said, you know what? Somebody up there really likes you. She said, you've had a massive pulmonary embolism. You should have been dead a week ago. And if you weren't dead, you shouldn't be here. And if you're conscious, you should be brain dead because of everything. So she said, we're going to give you this drug. And it was like 3 letters. I'm just saying ACT or something, like that. She says, it's going to take an hour for it to go in and be effective. She says, but it's a 50-50 thing. She says, it can go in, bust up all the clots, everything's good. But it can also go in, bust up all the clots, and one little piece of a clot can still travel up either to your heart or to your brain, and that's it. And I said, well, wow. I don't have really much of a choice.
Right.
So they gave me the drug, and you know how like in a hospital room, at least back in the day, there was always that clock on the wall, at the end of the bed?
Yeah.
You ever try to stare at a clock for an hour? My God, Ron, it seemed like it was 5 hours. But then finally the hour went by, they took me back down, checked me out. The clot was dissolved, and fortunately nothing traveled anywhere. So that just made me really just sit there and think about, you know what? I got to start doing some other things with my life, something I want to do. I've done enough to make other people, you know what I mean when I say rich and all that.
Right, yeah.
But I thought, you know what? I've always loved movies. And let me put together a movie show idea. So while I was recuperating, I came up with the idea for Movie Show Plus. And at that time, I was working at Channel 20. And so I went back there, and after like a couple of months, and I told the station director, who's a friend, I said, I came up with this idea. So she liked the idea, but Channel 20 was such a small station, they could not produce anything, themselves.
Right.
So she had told me, she said, Greg, I'll make you a deal. We'll give you a free half hour on Saturday and Sunday. You produce the show yourself, and we'll give you a place to air it. So I said, so I'll own the show. She said, yeah. Best deal ever, Ron.
Wow.
And that's how it started.